Hey everybody, happy Global CE Day. This is Tom Judd from CED and I'm with Claudio Meirovich from Spain and I'm delighted to have him. Welcome, Claudio.
Thank you very much. It's really nice to see you and to have some time to talk with you.
Well, Claudio, I know you've been busy. I mean, you're kind of one of the facility clinical engineering gurus of the world, and you've been doing that sort of thing in a consultancy out of Spain for several years, but now you're working with WHO. Tell us all about all that.
Well, it's this is really interesting because we still do our facility planning and medical equipment planning around the world, and we're supporting several organizations. But back in April, when we started with this COVID pandemic, WHO Euro needed someone to support them, to help them, and then is when I came on board. It's been a few months, really exciting. I got a chance to work hand in hand with lots of people. All of this remotely, which is also an amazing thing. So we are starting to build something at WHO Euro, which is, I think, very interesting for the clinical engineering community. Right now, we have at least 2 or 3 clinical engineers working for the organization. Myself for the regional office, someone at the Ukrainian office, and also someone else in the Armenia office. So I think this is a great opportunity for the clinical engineering community to step forward and show that we have something to do. In particular, we are supporting the countries of the region when it comes to buying new equipment, to identify which are the right technologies, to make sure that what they are getting is according to standards, that they will be provided with the needed training, installation material and staff. So that's about it for now.
Well, Claudio, what have you been doing the last few years that led up to this particular new assignment with WHO that I know you've really made a difference with?
Well, before that, and I mean, as I was telling you, I'm still doing this. We have been working, I have a small consultancy, so I have a couple of biomedical engineers also working with me we're supporting countries in some cases, or multilateral banks when they need to procure equipment and they need to specify the equipment, they need to tender the equipment. So in many cases, we are those that are supporting those organizations and in those decision-making processes. And then is when I really understand the situation. Some of our colleagues would live in their countries, because they get equipment and they say where this is coming from, And so we try to also make understand some of these people that, as I was saying before, they need support, they need to provide consumables, that if there is no technical support in the country, that will not work, and things like that,
Well, give us an example of some of the projects, maybe 2 or 3 of the projects you've done. I mean, in recent years, I know you're proud of many of them, but.
Well, I can mention a couple, probably, for example, supporting World Bank in Liberia, where they have developed, there is a new hospital coming in for children that was developed by an NGO from the States. So we have been also supporting them in terms of what equipment is required. Recently, we have been supporting also, for example, KfW in the procurement that they are doing for lab equipment for Uzbekistan.
Wow.
We have been also supporting, in other cases, the design of a new hospital for Nicaragua that is with funds from IADB. And if I mention probably from other countries in the European region, I'm really proud of the work we have been doing with an NGO that is working with children with cancer in Romania. It's called Dar Este Viața. And they have been, collecting all the money that is needed to set up a new hospital with new equipment for children with cancer. It's the first hospital of that kind in that area. And it's amazing to work with these people.
I love hearing about those projects, Claudio. Tell us a little bit more about clinical engineering in Spain. I know you have a lot of really robust colleagues there, but also about your great national society. What's
Well,
going on?
you know that there are. I always mention this. There are three societies here dealing with clinical engineers. We have the Asociación Española de Ingeniería Hospitalaria. Those are those who are more related to the infrastructure, the air conditioning, and so on. We have the Society of Clinical Engineering and Electromedicina, that is always, dealing with the work of the biomedtechs mainly. And we also have the Sociedad Española de Ingeniería Biomédica, and those are probably those that are more linked to the academia and the research and development in the universities. So if I just spot on the SAIC, which is the Sociedad de Ingeniería Clínica, they have been working a lot, and right now I think they are getting to be seen as the key player in the healthcare system. During the pandemic, we were able to get together over, like, I think 150 clinical engineers from all the country, communicating and getting to know each other through Telegram. And we have seen some of them also managing some of the, more, I would say, the complicated hospitals that we had during the pandemic. So yeah, they are doing a great job.
What a great use of your national colleagues. I'm really glad to hear that. What other from your facility work with WHO, I know you began with that. Are there what messages would you bring the global community about our role in this difficult time?
Well, I think we need to bring that flag of serenity to the doctors, telling them that we can support them and that we can provide the technical knowledge that they need. And I know that we have had talks back in April and May talking about those who were doing new developments, but not only that, but also showing the path to use the equipment in the right way. Yep. And doing this, and also helping the healthcare workers with the training to use the equipment and things like that. This is very important, and I think we have been doing it in a very good manner over the past 6 months.
Well, Claudio, you're a family man. How does all that work out with the travels that I'm sure you need to do, although maybe that's been restricted some with COVID?
Well, COVID fully restricted us from traveling. I've been at home since my last mission, which was to Montenegro in February. And
You've been manning the home office, as we say.
Yes, this is home office completely. Well, probably I'm dealing with the same things any father of three working mother has to deal with, So as I was telling you a couple of minutes ago, I was cooking and getting the kids to bed while mom was working, doing another session of training for other people, and trying to cope with it like everybody else.
Well, what I know about you, Claudio, is A, you're hardworking, and B, you're very faithful to the missions that you support, including that family that you started with. So
yeah, it is. So
it's glad to hear about people that get to have these kind of full lives. So it's very neat.
Thank you very much. And I also would like to thank you the opportunity to share with others what can be done. And I think together we can do a lot more.
You're right. Thank you for your time, sir. And go get that 5 minutes of rest just for yourself.
Okay.
All right. Good night.
Okay. Have a good time and easy.
Bye for now.
Bye-bye.